Agua Caliente! Welcome back to Tribal Council once again. We'll bring in the members of The Edge. We have here tonight Abby, Heather, Tamika. No members of the jury are currently here tonight, but they are always linked to the videos, and they sure are watching, and they definitely have their opinions on each and every one of your games. Tonight is no different from every other Tribal Council. We have a question and answer ceremony, we have a vote, we have a torch snuffing, and we have another person going to the edge. We'll start off Tribal Council with the winner of immunity, Eric. How are you?
I'm good, a little tired, but doing all right. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic, thanks for asking. So, how does it feel to win immunity at this point in the game? Final 12, post-auction.
I think anybody would love immunity at this point. I didn't even know I was bidding for immunity, so it was kind of a surprise to win it. And with so many people in this game, there was 12 people in the game. That means there's 12 different opinions within this game. The vote could literally go anywhere. My direction could very well get a vote. So it just feels good to have immunity, just to know that I'm going to make it one more round. Whether I had immunity or not, it was still stressful. There's still a lot going on. So yeah, it definitely feels a lot better than last round, I'll tell you that.
A lot going on. Enlighten me.
I don't think it's like crazy, but I mean, regarding the vote, it seems to be two names, at least from my point of view. I feel like you want me to talk about the big elephant in the room, but
what's the elephant? I literally don't know.
So sure, why not? So Lance, during the what's it called? The auction, Lance had this lovely power to basically reveal the votes.
Foresight, baby.
And he got to reveal the votes, everybody's vote, and he basically pointed out which direction everybody voted for it, and it outed a lot of people. No one was really able to kind of hide where their vote was at. So obviously I was in the hot seat there. I basically told a lot of people I voted one way and I didn't vote that way. So I basically spent this entire day trying to I guess make not a lot of people pissed off at me, but I don't even know if it worked. I said a lot of apologies. I know I made a stupid move, but it is what it is. Stupid move
being what?
Just the fact of like getting caught in like a bunch of lies. That's really all it is. Like I've told probably everybody in this game that I voted one way when I voted another way. I don't think there's a single person in this game that I told my vote towards, and it might have been a stupid move, and who knows, maybe it'll work out for the better. I don't even know.
So do you think you actually did land on a gold mine with that necklace?
Oh, absolutely. I think if I didn't win immunity, my name would definitely be...
Do you think if you didn't win immunity, would this still like happen? I'm not saying one affected the other, but let's say you didn't win immunity at the auction, Lance still has his power of foresight, and then do you think that you'd be out the door?
Oh, I would probably be gone 11-1. I think I would, honestly. But I'm gonna use my immunity as kind of like to give me a round to like reset.
Because just something that you're on the bottom one round does not necessarily mean that you're on the bottom the next. This game's so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, I'm gonna use this round to reset, apologize to those who needs to be apologized to. I think we all need to make the understanding that I'm not the only one lying in this game. There are definitely some people in this game that are going to stay true and not lie a single time, and I completely respect that. But I guarantee you more than half this cast has made a lie or will make a lie throughout this game. So yes, I made a lie. I got caught in that lie. I'm going to own up to it. I'm going to apologize for that lie. I know I definitely don't want to be in that situation again. I feel completely stupid. So I know exactly what I don't want to do now. So I'm just going to move forward. Hopefully that there's people out there who will forgive me and who would like to work with me, and then I'm going to have to do whatever I can to kind of regain trust with specific people, whoever wants to even listen to me at this point.
Thank you, Eric. Congratulations on immunity.
Thank you.
Lisa.
Hi.
So
I'm trying to tether my phone, so let me know if my internet goes out.
Okay.
It kind of broke up a little bit, so that's what I've been doing. But
so far, so good in terms of me being able to hear you.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give you a thumbs up, like, and this if I don't hear you. So
Be
maybe
like, where are you? What's going on?
Lisa, where'd you go? Anyway, so Eric sort of, pointed us in the direction this tribal council is going to go quite early. So for the people on the edge and the jury, and then anybody in the game who might be confused as to what happened, what you got, fill me in.
Of course. So I won the Foresight Challenge, and before I begin this, I told somebody I was going to do something, and I'm a man of my word, a woman of her word. I tried to make a move this round to kind of spin things differently, and I may have said that Rocky was a part of the plan last time in the sense of being in control of that. From what I know, it was a collective thing. So Rocky, I apologize that I said you were in charge of that. We're all playing a game, so that was the move that I wanted to make.
Thanks, Lisa. Thanks.
Of course. In addition, I also lied and said I voted for Abby. When I did not, I voted for Mike last round. But you know how Lisa is. She doesn't think things through 100%. So she's just kind of trying to think of what's the best route to take. And as soon as that power came up, I said, oh my God, because Rocky, he threw me out. He said, we're going to get this and we're going to find out who's lying. And I said, no, you're not. I'm going to control it. And so I bid just enough health points to be able to get the power to not only be able to see how the votes went down for 4 tribal councils. So I've still got 3 more, baby. So watch yourself. I also got to see where everybody's health points were at after that auction. And in true Lisa fashion, I revealed all of that in the main chat today because I wanted to make sure shit got stirred up, baby, because that's what I'm here to do. And if I go out tonight, which I've been told I'm on the chopping block, at least I went out swinging. And it was my favorite moment of the game so far, even more than finding that safety without power. I literally was floored. And when I said, okay, I'm lying, I have to just go ahead and come clean. I came clean to Mike. We talked about it. But I was able to put people in a position where they had to now come clean. And to me, that, I don't know. I wanted to come here and make things happen and not be a purple Kelly. I'm far from it. I'm a golden Kelly, if that makes sense. I don't even know.
So do you think all that was exposed today, did it help, hinder your game, or was your main purpose was just to create chaos and the hell with it?
Oh, create chaos and a little bit helping my game. I don't know how much it helps my game. We'll see after this vote, because like I said, I do think I'm one of the targets. I've been told that I'm on the chopping block. But I also signed up for this style of gameplay. I didn't sign up to just float through every tribal council and then not have anything to speak about should I make it to the end, unlike a few people still left in this game.
Do you want to elaborate on that at all?
Yeah, because she voted me last time. I don't know. I love her to death. She's one of my favorite people in this game. But I don't really know where Enid stands or what her game is like. And nothing against her. Like I said, I really like her. But I want her to, if I'm on the jury and you make it to the end, I would love to vote for you. But I can't vote for you based on the fact that I just like you. You've got to make some moves and really stand out as a player. And I haven't seen that from her yet.
Enid, we'll go to you now as a chance to combat that perception or state your just comment, reply.
Well, honestly, Lance can feel how he feels about that, make moves or whatever. I'm going to move how I feel like I need to move. I'm not going to move messy, which is one of the reasons why I voted for you, because you might think of me as if I'm not doing anything, and you might think I'm in the background, and I'm going to let you keep thinking that. I do like you as a person. I just feel like you're a little messy, and that's the main reason why I voted for you. It's like, you come with a lot.
So opposite gameplays here. We got
no hard feelings.
We got messy gameplay, and we got a little bit more reserved. Would you say that's correct in terms of how you choose to play this game?
Yeah, because Lance could see something in a specific way and think that I'm like, oh no, I'm not doing anything or whatever. But I don't need to really do much or say much. I'm gonna move how I need to move in order to save my game. You know, he could think that maybe I'm not doing something like drastic or doing something, but I'm working on my own game right now. So just because it's not out there and I'm not out there, like, little do you know who I talk to or who I don't talk to.
Enid,
You know?
let's go back to the challenge. You left there with your pockets were kind of heavy walking out of that saloon, weren't they?
Yeah. Oh man.
How did it feel winning your first item? And then did the rush of winning one item, did that just instigate your bidding on,
Other stuff? Yeah. No, you know what? I actually don't regret it. Like, I think that whatever I did get was good in some way. So I'm not mad about it. You know, I think I'm good.
So no regrets from the auction?
No regrets.
How do you feel about your position tonight? Final 12 individual game. How are you feeling?
I don't know.
Big question mark?
I said, yeah, big question mark. I don't know. Anything could happen, you know? So,
if it's you, have you enjoyed your time in the game?
Yeah.
If it was you tonight and you look back on your game, do you have like any regret that if you think you changed it, maybe could have turned out differently?
No, I'm fine with however things go. I'm cool. So I'm just going with it, like I said.
Enid, thank you. Good luck tonight.
Thanks.
Ashley, Derbs, the Derbmeister. I know, I'm an idiot, Ashley, I know. How are you?
You gave me that nickname.
I know, because I back in the day when I saw those, when you were a roller derby girl, I was like, this girl's so sick. Look at her roller derbying her ass off. What a queen. You're Derby. You're no longer Ashley. How are you?
Good.
You're always so quiet at Tribal. You're one of very few words here.
I just get nervous. I'm always nervous.
Why are you nervous? It's just me. I don't bite.
Because I know how bad, from past in Jordan, how much a blind side sucks. And
So you come here with just like this fear, like PTSD from Jordan.
Yeah, it really is.
Has it been difficult playing this game with PTSD? But not only that, okay? It's one thing to play iSurvivor and then go to Tribal Council in your next season, flashbacks to the season before, but you're playing with the person who was the cause of your demise. I know we've touched on this, but like now that we're halfway through the game, how has that been for you?
Thanks for the reminder. I mean, I've blocked out, I would say, 90% of that season for a reason.
So you forget 90% of it, but the 10% indefinitely includes Carlos. You'll definitely remember
Oh, it
that.
hurt. At least I won't be a sinking ship this time because I'm not on a cruise.
You've done actually very well. I'm very proud of you. How does it feel to be one of 3 women left in the game, top 12, compared to your last performance? You have to be impressed with yourself.
I mean, it's definitely better. I made merge, so I mean, I've definitely improved.
So how's the game been for you post-auction? Like, a lot of shit has happened to the game in the last 24 hours.
Well, I got nothing at the auction. I was a little more reserved.
Yeah, you left with empty pockets. Do you think that makes you less of a target?
I would hope so.
What are you basing your vote on tonight?
Just with the majority.
Say that again? Sorry.
With the majority.
So what the majority is doing?
Yeah.
Thank you, Ashley. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Alex.
Hey.
Hey, your hair looks great. Good job.
Thank you.
So, you left the, what did you leave the auction with?
Unholstered.
Which is?
I get to shoot somebody every round.
So unlike these other players in the game who made the merge, they have to keep their guns unholstered unless they win immunity. You get to swing that shit and pop it every episode. Do you think that puts a pop target on your back, knowing that?
Oh, yes, it definitely does. And I'm a little worried about having it, but I'm hoping that nobody targets me for that reason.
How has the game been for you since the last tribal council? A lot's happened. We had a 5-5 tie. Mike, the sheriff, broke the tie. Abby's on the edge. Wrap up the game episode for you.
It's been a mess. That's the simplest way I can put it. It's been an entire...
I feel like that happened. I've seen you at a lot of tribal councils, and I feel like that is like the story of every tribal council for you, just a mess.
They literally have all been just a mess. Every single one has been a mess.
Do you expect in the future for it to get less messy in terms of, and also, first of all, like, does messy mean like just all over the place? You don't know what's going to happen. You have no control. Basically. It's just, okay, so as the game progresses, do you think that it should get less messy in terms of like, things should be a little bit more clear as the numbers dwindle? A side should have power.
I'm hoping they'll get less messy, but you never know what is actually going to happen in this game. I'm just hoping it can be less messy in the future.
Thanks, Alex. Odd.
Yo.
How are you?
What's up?
I'm doing well. Nice of you to join us. What happened at the auction for you, buddy?
Nothing. I don't remember the auction.
Did we fall asleep during the auction?
As soon as I got there, I was out of it. So,
what happened? Refresh my memory. I'm old.
Someone took me out of it.
So someone took you out of the auction?
Yeah.
How did that make you feel? Like, there was a lot of good powers out there.
You know, I try to look at everything sometimes in a good light. If I had not been taken out of the auction, maybe I spent all my money and someone shot me out of the game. But I didn't spend my money, so now I'm okay. So maybe it was a favor.
You bring me on to a good point. I'm going to ask you one more question. Hopefully I've retained this thought about getting shot out of the game. But one more question for you. Do you think it helps that, hey, I don't have anything, sort of like the Derby? I didn't leave that saloon with anything. A couple people have a couple of things, and I have nothing. You think that bodes well for you in that I have nothing in my pocket that can come out and fuck y'all or, mess up in?
You can look at it both ways as well. You can look at it.
With this group of people, do you think it swings higher one way than the other?
With this group of people, who the fuck knows?
Ting. How are you feeling about your position?
I don't know. I really don't know. It's just
I don't know.
It's all over the place. It's crazy.
So Alex said messy. You agree it's messy. You guys are a messy cast. Fucking messy.
Not messy. It's another word. It's not. It's beyond messy.
Beyond.
I don't know.
Messy. We got to look that up in the dictionary for next tribal council. We elevate the word from messy to something else. Rocky.
Hey.
Another person who left that auction with nothing. Did you expect that to happen?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I think it's no secret since maybe about round 3 I've been getting shot at. Because a couple people couldn't have minds of their own and followed behind Corey and shot at me every goddamn round. So it just left me with nothing to really work with. So
sort of same question as Odd. Do you feel like that helps or hinders your game?
Well, after last round and all the bullshit that went on, don't really know where my game is at right now, so I can't really answer that question.
How has the game changed for you since the last vote out? It was a 5-5 split. Mike, Abby. Abby was the unfortunate one on that side of the split. So how did the game treat you once you come back to Agua Caliente?
It changed for me a little bit because, I mean, everybody on the cast knows, like, what basically I was trying to save Abby because regardless of how people felt about Abby, Abby was my ally, and everybody knew that Abby basically had that first aid kit, and I probably was going to be the one that was going to benefit from that with the Band-Aids that he had in it. And, you know, people kind of said, like, you know, Rocky, was it worth it for like 15 to 20 extra points? And for me, yes, it was, because who knows what whatever Abby could have possibly gave me when it came to the Band-Aids to help my HP. I could have brought something to help me, but to play devil's advocate, I do think it kind of helps in a way because, like, now I don't have anything. I am kind of exposed with my game. I am on the bottom, so at this point, like, I'm a number for people, and I don't have anything, as you said, to like fuck anyone.
So is that your case? Like, your game is exposed, so is that your case to these people? Like, I could be a number for you, or do you feel like maybe if you don't have a number, who's on your side?
Yeah, like, basically, like, I could be a number for people, and also I don't have anything. There are people in this game who have very big, scary powers. So I could be a number to help you possibly get those people out. Like, so why vote for me? Even though, like, I was painted as this mastermind last round, even though Lance did say, like, you know, he apologized for putting that picture on me, but I still think that goes in the back of people's heads because, you know, let's not forget, I did get voted most likely running the game as well. So I'm just trying to...
It's hard for people to forget when you remind them.
Especially when something like that happens and a plan just blows up in your fucking face. So
how are you feeling about the vote tonight? Do you think, you know, you've done enough talking to people to stay in their good graces and have your back, or do you think, you know, you're not going to be able to recuperate from the explosion and Lance trying to point you as a target and then all the votes being revealed?
I think tonight I'm going to go with what the majority that I heard. I didn't do any, like, throwing any names out there because I just didn't want it to come back on me. So the name that I heard the most is where my vote will go because I have to save my game. It's nothing personal to anybody, but I have to make sure that I'm good for me.
Thank you, Rocky. Good luck tonight, buddy.
Thank you.
Mike.
About damn time.
So you just survived Tribal Council last round by the skin of your teeth. Now, what's up? How are you? How's the game been?
That's how I feel right now. So, like, had a lot of mixed emotions about this because it's like, based off of what I was told, it was going to be between Abby or Lance, and there was no other third option. I happened to bring up the third option.
I was just going to say that you brought it up, and it was actually you.
It happened to be me, and if I voted a completely different way, my game would have been over.
Did you ever consider voting the other way? If it was, you said it was two options, you took one option. Did you ever consider, voting the other option throughout the day?
I mean, probably like a 10% chance of, like, what if something happens, if there's like an idle play or something. You never know, but I'm just fortunate that I went with what people were telling me what the majority was, and I just happened to survive the vote just because of the power that I have, which ironically also puts a target on my back, knowing that people know that I have this power.
Mm-hmm. Now you're kind of, or pretty much, I've known you for a long time, and you're actually like an optimistic person. You're a really friendly guy. You're not one to be bloodthirsty, but you were the third option, the blindside option. You almost got voted out. If it wasn't for a power, you would have went to a traditional revote. But in this situation, you were able to go back to camp unscathed. Do you look at the people who, quote unquote, blindsided you and, does venom seep around at all for them, against them?
On one hand, like, on one hand, I could be bitter. I could be like, why the fuck you try to turn it on me and such, but it doesn't do any good because the more you egg people on like that, the bigger your target's gonna get than it already is. So I essentially just have to do whatever I can to get on everyone's good graces, even if they voted for me, just to make sure to see what can I do to survive this round. Because if I was able to be voted out by one, if it only took one more vote to get me out of this game, I'm sure it's going to happen again at some point, and I want to do whatever I can.
Were you trying prior to the blind side? Were you trying to get on people's good graces?
I mean, I'm always am, but it's like even
so what
more
makes
so.
So what makes you think trying to get on their good graces again is going to do anything if you were already doing that and they voted you out?
The fact that I know that there's a lot more danger that I could face, that I want to show that it's like, you know, if you need me for a number, I'm available. Like, that's all that I could really offer at this point. If people still don't see that, like, there's not much I can do, but it's like, I'm always out there to show people what I can do for their games.
How do you feel about your position tonight, right now, this very moment?
I don't know, because it's like, on one hand, like, this is another round in which I had not heard my name once this entire game, but then again, that's what happened last round too. So I just have to, like, expect the worst, but pray for the best. That's really all it is to it.
Thank you, Michael. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Adam.
Hi, Daddy.
Hey, girl. Hey. How are you?
I'm just a mess.
I think I like you calling you that a little bit too much.
Good.
So let's talk about the immunity challenge. What'd you leave the remind everybody at Tribal Council, what's your power? Or if you love to remind
we don't have to do that.
Just remind them again.
I got the exchange pass that basically gives me like a free round.
Oh, the express pass.
Like I'm express pass.
Yeah.
Where I'm just like not even here. So I've been kind of anxious about that, just because I don't know if like people have forgotten about it, or if, of course, I'm reminding them now. But I mean, it sounds all fine and dandy, but then again, it's not even being able to vote, and that could leave me really left out of some kind of bigger plan going forward. And it can also make a target for me in future rounds if I decide not to play it right away.
Mm-hmm.
So I got that one, and then I got one that I absolutely forget the name of that lets me split a tribe at some point in the game.
Oh, the district division.
That one. So, and I have past experience with that one, so I'm ready to use that.
What do you think that is?
I don't know. And in one of my past seasons, my only past season, I had a similar power that did something actually very similar for a tribal council, and I used it completely the wrong way. So it's really ironic that I have that power again.
So you're going to try to redeem yourself from your past?
Oh, hell yes. Oh, hell yes. Absolutely.
So how was the fallout / drama from the last trial? Because this round's been drama. It was the drama after the Abbey vote off. Then there was the drama this morning with the post-apocalyptic auction we just had. How's it been for you? Have you been managing? Have you been dodging targets? Like, what has it been like for you?
I think I was pretty blindsided by the vote, which I ended up being on the right side of the numbers, but it was still a big blindside for me. I typically don't play these games too much with my heart, but I was most people probably know I was kind of upset by the last vote. So I took a day to myself and just kind of tried to pull it back in that this is just a game and you just have to like deal with all the repercussions that come with it, and that things are not always going to go the way you think that they're always going to go. So it's been okay, but yeah, especially this morning with all the shit that happened this morning with Lance leaking everything and like not knowing where Eric voted, and like, it's been a mess. So I've just kind of been trying to sit back and shut the fuck up.
Worried it could be you tonight, since it's been so messy?
I'm always worried it could be me. I'm anxiety to the max. I don't know. I'm always thinking it's me, but I'm hoping it's not. I've heard a lot of names. I've heard a lot of ideas. And so I think this is probably one of those votes where I really just don't, I genuinely don't know what's going to happen.
Well, I'm going to let you sit and stew and angst for a couple more minutes. Good luck.
You.
Hey, Drew.
Hey, baby girl.
Hey, baby girl. How are you?
Oh, I'm okay. How are you?
I'm doing all right. So, sort of the same starting question for you. How's the game been? These are like two big pivotal moments of the merge: the post-Abby vote and the post-auction fallout. How have you been managing?
The post-Abby vote was a shit show. I can just say that right now. There was 7 people who were supposed to vote for Mike. All 7 of them still claimed, well, I didn't know who Abby voted for. I just assumed he voted for Mike. The other 6 all still claimed to vote Mike after the vote. And it was a fucking shit show. No one was owning up. I owned up to my vote. I said I voted for Mike. I don't know why everyone didn't do it. I saw no reason why you should continue on with the charade or the antics. I thought that was completely stupid. I owned up to my move. It didn't work, but I owned it. Like, you need to own your moves. I'm sorry. I just get very frustrated when I'm here to play the game and there's a lot of people who I feel are not here to play the game. They're here to go.
Who didn't know, in your opinion, who needed to own their move?
There was a couple people. More so Eric and Kirk were the 2 big wild cards. I felt like everyone else was pretty open about it, but Eric and Kirk were the 2 that I feel like should have owned their moves. Everyone else owned their moves, but Eric and Kirk did not.
Own it!
How did I know that was coming? I knew that was coming.
And again, that's just from my perspective, obviously.
And now tribal council strategy. How's it been for you? Crazy, messy? I'm guessing it's messy.
It was a little. I won't take Alex's word with messy. So I'll say it was calm at first, eerily calm. This morning, like, no one was talking at all. So my paranoia obviously went into overdrive. And then Lance exposed the votes, and then that's just where things started snowballing. And it's been interesting, I'll say that.
What are you basing your vote on tonight?
I'm basing my vote on tonight what I think is not only best for me, but a majority of the people in the game. I feel without this person, it's going to help moves in the future that need to be made.
Thank you, Drew. I wish you luck, sir.
You're welcome.
Kirk.
Hey.
What do you have to say to not owning the move Drew is saying that you made or the vote you locked in?
I've already explained it to Drew, so I don't feel like I didn't own the move at all. In fact, I had to explain it as Abby came up to me at the last minute suggesting that the vote was either Abby or me, his words, and I've been blindsided already in this game. Every time I come to Tribal, I think it's me, so the last thing you hear is somebody saying it's you, you're going to write down their name instead. So it's true. After the fact, I didn't admit it right away, but this isn't a fucking Catholic confessional, Sandy. This is Survivor. And like owning your move, like fucking come on, Drew. I really respect you, but there's a lot of ways to own your move in Survivor.
Kirk, that wasn't a dig at you, so there's no need to be absolutely fucking rude to me. So you can calm that down. So I would probably put the wine down.
I probably should, but I'm not going to.
You can calm that. You can just calm that down just a little bit, but continue on. Thank you for that. I'm definitely
Kirk, you're saying you making the move and even lying about it or withholding
it wasn't even a move. So, let me explain. I don't think any of the 13 people, I think all 13 people in this cast were blindsided last round, and I think some people that are maybe used to being in control, and I'm not suggesting that's anybody, but maybe some people had a harder time with that because they haven't been blindsided like me and been out of the fucking loop. I mean, 1 round ago, we just had majority rules, and my name came up less than fucking like 10 times on the fucking list. I don't know what the fuck's happening. So to think that my vote fucking mattered, and that's not how it was presented to me in the first place. So I still own it, but I just own it in a different way, I think, than other people might look at it.
Also, I forgot to comment. That's a really nice tumbleweed you have on your head.
Bro, that is a giant fucking testicle. I am so...
What happened? How'd you get the costume out here? Like
I love Lisa to death. So we had this, we had a bidding war. The Survivor auction is my favorite thing in Survivor. Like, the best part of Survivor is playing the Survivor auction, in my opinion. And it's like, friends can be friends, friends can be enemies in a Survivor auction. Nothing. It doesn't matter. And so it was whatever. It was Lisa and I, and we were bidding. It was a bidding war. It was a tumbleweed. And so my whole thought process is like, oh, this sounds terrible. It must be good.
No, not so good.
Not so good. No,
What happened?
Terrible. Once again, I swear, like in every season, I get a stupid picture on my face.
You wear it well.
Thank you. My big ass head looks even bigger. So jury, if you haven't seen it yet, or wait, shit, you can't talk to them. Okay, whatever. So yeah, that sucks. I have no life, so I can, like, my game is it's shot.
Eric, what have you done post Eric winning immunity? What have you done since the auction to ensure you're not headed back to the edge with Zach, Sharonica, Latanya, Tamika, Heather?
I mean, I've just tried to find where the river is flowing. I have barely any life in this game. I have very little social capital, and so I have a feeling that if I'm not voted out this round, I'm probably just gonna die sometime pretty soon in the game. So I have a feeling my Survivor journey in Oak Creek Canyon, my hunch is that I was voted out once, and then I'm gonna fucking die. But who knows? I could be fucking blindsided this round too. I never put it past these smart-ass bitches to pull anything. And I'm saying bitch in the affectionate way. I don't want those people at home to get all mad at that term bitch. I mean it affectionately.
Oh, yes, you don't want that. You do not want that.
Whoever that was, I don't want them on me. So I'm in a bad place, Sandy, and I'm just trying to scrap through it just like these guys. And I want to say one thing that's kind of nice, even though it's been it's been very stressful. I've been so stressed out the last 24 hours that like my stomach has been in my throat. And I am just impressed at all these players that have played nonstop that didn't get voted out, and they've dealt with this shit the whole time. So a couple, some snaps to all of them for surviving and getting through this for much longer than me, because it's been fucking brutal. Okay, I'll stop cussing.
Snap. You're good, Kirk. Carlos, I think you're the last one on the list tonight, sir.
Saving the best for last.
How are you? What's up?
I am good. How are you?
Good. I need to hear from your perspective. So, post-tribal council, Abby is on the edge. She's literally sitting right there, no longer in the game.
I know. I mean, I think that last tribal council was very interesting because Mike's power, it's like getting to choose between if there's a tie on the vote, but watching Survivor, ties rarely happen in the game. So I think it was a little bit ironic and funny that the people that try to get that power out accidentally caused a tie. But it is a powerful power in terms of one sole person gets to decide the vote. So I understand the move. I just think the execution of the move could have been a little better to piss off less than half of the cast.
So in your opinion, worth it for whoever made the move? Not worth it?
I think it was dumb. It was when there's 13 people in the game, everybody having you just can't do it, especially with people that you don't trust, because 5 minutes after tribal council, they were all throwing each other's name under the bus, saying this person told me this person told me that. So it's clearly you don't make a move unless you're like solid, first of all, on the numbers, and second of all, especially not that big and that high in the game. So, but I guess like some people like value Abby enough to go and like risk it like that.
Let's go a little further into this episode from your perspective. Auction, how'd that work out for you?
I think I had a different strategy in the auction. I was expecting the immunity necklace to be public, and I was expecting me to have a little higher HP points than most of the other people. So I was just waiting out for the immunity necklace, and then I was just gonna go like 80 immediately after the immunity necklace. But then as we saw, Eric got it randomly. So then I was like, fuck, like I need to wait for something good and then just get that something good because it doesn't matter. But then the auction ended, and I ended up with like 83 AL points that I couldn't spend. But I think that the auction was interesting. It was, in a way, I'm glad that I only ended up with one power, because I don't need any extra target on my back. I think that enough, like people already have enough like skewed perception about me in this game that I don't need any extra power to skew that perception a little more.
Now, in terms of Tribal Council tonight, you were on the right side of the numbers in terms of the vote being split and then working with Mike, getting the tiebreaker. Do you think you've done enough to have that be replicated tonight in terms of being majority?
I hope so. I think my plan this round is to go with. I think I focus on being aware. I think last round I was very unaware of whatever was going on. I never heard of Mike's name at all. So my focus this Tribal Council was like, let people know, it's like, if you want to make a move, like I'm someone that's open-minded. So I wanted to be aware, and I wanted to, make sure that it doesn't happen again. Because one person, like I almost voted for Lance myself because Abby was acting so freaking... Abby was acting so confident. Not confident, but like Abby, I feel like Abby's the kind of player that would have scrambled if he knew he was going to go home. So Abby saying like, I know it's me, like whatever, let's just get Tribal Council done. It kind of made me concerned. I was like, why would somebody that knows they're going home kind of be like, let's just get it over with? And I knew that Abby was just not that kind of player, especially knowing how the Zach Tribal Council went, So I was like, he's about to play an idol and on himself. And then I was thinking like, he's going to idol someone else. So like, if there's enough votes on Lance, maybe he idols Lance out.
You're not trying to give me the Christina Chaw edit. I am not Christina Chaw.
But then I was like, let me just vote for Abby and hope for the best. If he plays an idol, then it's like, just hope that the votes are not on me. And then, it worked out, but it was very this close to not working out.
What are you basing your vote on tonight, Carlos? Before we go, I'm going to leave the floor open for everybody else after, but I want to know. What are you
I'm basing my vote on what is best for me moving forward. I want to be in a position of awareness, and I want to be in a position that I don't feel like I don't have no idea what's going on in this game.
All right, sir. I wish you the best of luck, Carlos. All right. Some people are targets here, whether you know it or not. Well, I'm going to leave the floor open for anybody who has any final words or anything to say. If you feel like you're in jeopardy, the floor is yours.
I will start it again because I told myself this morning, I was thinking about what I wanted to say today at work. I should have been working, but I was thinking about this game. I actually got in trouble a few weeks ago. My manager was like, what were you doing between 2 and 3? And I was like, I was strategizing. And he goes, excuse me? But whatever, neither here nor there. I thought about what I wanted to say, and this is my very first org. And when Sandy reached out to me and he asked me to join, I said, I don't think I'm going to have time to do this. Oh, I was like, I've had 2 vodkas, so I make it emotional. I said I wasn't going to have time to do this. But if I sign up for this, I'm going to go balls to the wall. When I play mini games, when I play Roblox games, when I'm on call with people in a Skype game, I do exactly what I've done this entire game. And people warned me, you cannot act like that if you want to succeed in the game. And I tried so hard to not do this, but this is so much fun to me to be this character. So I want you all to know, if this is my last night, all of this is an act. It's a character, it's a wig, sometimes the wig is off. And I want everybody to know that everything I've discussed with everybody personally has been real. And everything that has been like, you bitch, like, how dare, like, everything like that has just been the character. You are all the cast of my very first org. And I want to thank all of you because I'm not going to, like, I will remember this. Like, I'm sure I'll play another org, but there will never be my first org again. So no matter what happens, I have had the most fun time. I want to stay. Please keep me. But I just want to say thank you guys for making this the most fun, the craziest, most stressful fun experience that I've ever been a part of. And thank you, Sandy and Noah, for hosting. And thank you, Sandy, for recruiting me. That's right. I was recruited.
You and your bitch ass weave.
I was recruited too, bitch.
Anybody else recruited?
I was also recruited. Sandy was begging me for like 2 years ago, I think it was.
I sure was. Anybody else want to take the floor? Final words before we get to the vote? Okay. It's time to vote. One at a time. When I call your name, you're going to message me on Skype. You're going to type the name of the person you are voting out of the game. All right, guys, the votes have been locked and tallied. The decision is final. If anybody is in possession of a hidden immunity idol and you want to play it, now is your time to do so. Okay. First vote. Lisa, baby.
You bitch!
Second vote. Ashley Derby. It's 1 vote Lisa, 1 vote Ashley. Next vote. Derby. It's 2 votes Derby, 1 vote Lisa. Derby. We're at 3 votes for Derby, 1 vote for Lisa. Derby. 4 votes for Derby, 1 vote for Lisa. Alex. 4 votes for Derby, 1 vote for Lisa, 1 vote for Alex. Alex. It's 2 votes for Alex. 4 votes for Derby, 1 vote for Lisa. Alex. It's 3 votes Alex, 4 votes Derby, 1 vote Lisa. Alex. We are tied. 4 votes Alex, 4 votes Derby, 3 votes left. Alex. It's 5 votes Alex. The 11th person voted out of iSurvivor Oak Creek Canyon. Alex. In this case, 6 votes is majority.
I'll find out who did it, Alex. Don't you fucking worry.
Alex, any final words?
You got me. I didn't see it coming.
Alex.
But I will return from the edge.
Alex, I
love that
and I
fighting
will
spirit.
come back with a fucking vengeance.
I love
because I will know each and every one of you who voted me out.
Well,
Alex.
bitch, I was left out of this. What the fuck?
Alex, you need to bring me your torch.
Love you, Alex.
The tribe,
Bye.
the district has spoken.
Well, Lisa, I voted for you because that's what I thought I was supposed to do.
I voted for Derby because Carlos told me to vote for Derby, and I'm pretty sure. Let me go ahead and look. You did. You did. You told me to vote for Derby, girl. I'll find out who you voted for, though.
I clearly voted for Alex. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not like you.
Top 11! Congratulations, guys. Head back to camp, figure out what happened, or go celebrate. whichever you need to do right now.
I'm gonna go play Roblox.
You guys
Come
did
on,
good.
man.
Congratulations. Edgers, you have a new person attending. Alex will be joining you.
Edgers.
Edgers, yeah. Guys, I will see you later. Thank you all. Congratulations.